Good morning, creator. How are we doing today? Gosh, it's an icky day out. Wet, heavy snow coming. Well, lightly, but it's wet and heavy. So I'm feeling adventurous, meaning I want to create a few signs that have to do with adventure or encouragement type of thing. So I will show you my inspiration. I buy wholesale for a gift shop, and was looking at some ideas. I never really buy signs because I make the signs that I sell in the store, but these were kind of my inspiration, and I love how our large pattern here mimic these same shapes. This is called I forget what it's called, the Southwest motif transfer, and you can use parts of it or the whole thing on a big board, because this is like 18 by 18, I believe. So I'm taking parts of it and going to apply it to some smaller boards like these. So I've already tried this is what really caught my eye, was this diagonal look. So I did that by using that on the corners. Let me just find myself here on Facebook, and then we'll go forward with what I'm doing. In case you don't know, I am Robin Schmidt with Odessa Rose Creates, and I'm a Couture designer, independent designer, which means I create with using our Couture transfers and our chalk paste or inks, depending on what surface we're putting it on. And then I sell my designs at a couple craft shows through the year, and then at this store called The Attic in Valley, Nebraska. So I also have a team of Couture designers under me, which just means that they are also independent designers, and they are either crafting and creating for themselves, or maybe they're putting on workshops and classes, or selling designs also online or in a store. Or doing craft shows. I also do classes at the Attic, and I will do them in people's homes or in my home also. So if you're in the area and you're interested in having a girls' night, either in your home or coming over to my place, or we can go out to the Attic in Valley and we can do some crafting and creating and chalking out there too. So it's lots of fun. I enjoy it. And if you are looking for a new craft to do, or you want to be creative, maybe you've recently retired, or you've just got some creativity that you want to put out there and you don't know how to do it, maybe you have been away from crafting for a while like I was. When I was working, I didn't really have time for creating and crafting when I had my store, but now I just love it. So if you want to do something like that, you can either start out as a customer and buy some transfers and paste and see how you like it. Another great thing is to join the Couture Club. It's called Club Couture. You get a monthly transfer of this size, and you'll get some sample paste packets. They're called single paste packets. You get that with the transfer. You'll get 3 different colors. Let me show you what those look like. Somewhere I have them. Here they are. You'll get little individual paste packets, so you don't have to invest in buying jars of paste right away. You can just try it out by getting a transfer and 3 singles in the mail every month. And they're usually an on-trend design or seasonal. So that's a great way to start chalking. I can't say enough about it. I love it, and I love using different mediums, whether I'm chalking on paper or applying paper to my designs, whether it's scrapbook paper or any kind of paper, fabrics, canvases. There's all kinds of things and surfaces that you can work with, even glass. You can use the etching. What do you call it? It's kind of like etching medium, and you can use the etching on glass over our transfers and have an etched piece of glass, which is really pretty with our designs and sentiments. So there's all kinds of things you can do. And if you want to make a little extra money, you can become a designer and sell our products, sell your designs, and also have classes. There's lots of communities that don't have any Couture designers, and it's fun to get the gals love to create and be with their friends for the evening and create a beautiful design or home decor item, or maybe it's a seasonal item for their home. And it's just, there's something great about saying I made that, you know. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. Send me a message, and I'll be glad to talk with you about how you can begin chalking, or maybe you want to make that extra money, or get together with friends and start a little side business. So I kind of want to share this with my regular page, and we'll get started. So say hello if you're watching. Good morning, Signe. Good morning, Vicky. It's raining hard here. Oh, and where are you at, Vicky? And Lily is watching. I'm going to turn it this way so I can see all the comments. I'll set it up here on the pole of my camera. So yeah, we're going to do a little adventure Southwest motif style. And I'm going to mix some different transfers. I'm just going to pull out different either sentiments or different design elements from these transfers. I've got 3 different boards. Actually, I have 4. If we have time, or if you're interested, you can watch me do the 4th one. It's going to be a bigger board. And we're kind of sticking with the black, white, and gold. We're going to use a shimmer gold metallic, which kind of, to me, represents tan, I guess, or just the wood color. So I already did this because I wanted to make sure it was going to work before I got on Facebook. So what I did was I took just the corner of this little piece right here, and I just peeled this back, and what I did was I marked the halfway mark on each side. This was an 8" by 8", so I marked where the 4 inches were, and that was exactly where this line was. And so I lined up the design like this, starting right at the halfway point into halfway point. So it's pretty much like right in there. And then I just chalked over that section and then let it dry and turned it and did it again. Did it 4 times right around, and I got this cool diamond shape out of it. So that's a fun way to do it. And like I said, I got that inspiration from that piece of artwork that I found while I was shopping for the store. So, you know, you can get inspiration anywhere, whether it's when you're out shopping, or maybe it's a quilt or a fabric that you see, and it just inspires you to think, I bet I can kind of create that with some of our transfers. So it's kind of fun to do that. Hi Marty, hi Dawn Marie, hi Sherry. Looks like fun. It is fun, Lily. I love it. I have hundreds of transfers. I've been doing this almost 2 years. Valentine's Day of 2018 is when I signed up as a Couture designer. So I enjoy it, and I love creating, and I love coming up with home decor for my own house and also for other people's themes. Like, this isn't necessarily my theme in my home. You can always have a touch of it, but I think it's going to be really cool in the homes that do have this design. Okay, so what was my next idea we want to work on is what I'm going to put here in the middle. I believe I'm doing this one on that. And I have to think. I'm just going to do the Let It Shine part of this. And on the big one, I want to do Adventure Awaits, and I'm just going to use the word adventure, and then I'm going to put in individual letters, awaits, and we'll put that on this big board with some of the pattern from the large pattern across the top and the bottom. on that one. So that's the adventure. On this, okay, now I'm going to put that on there. And then on this one, I'm going to put this on it. And explore, maybe. And I'll put let it shine on this one. I think I kind of had it all figured out, and then I kind of forget. I guess I need to write stuff down because I can never remember. When I get ideas, whether I'm lying in bed or at night, sometimes I have to make notes to myself because I can't always remember what ideas I had. So, kind of scary, I guess. So, back to this piece here. This was just a piece I got at Hobby Lobby, probably 75-90% off. I will put brown paper back over I can't get the stickers off, so I'm going to put brown paper over all this because this will no longer be a Collins original design. This is going to be an Odessa Rose design. So I painted over the whatever was on here before. I painted over it, and I like to use my Fusion mineral paint, which I don't hear it. You can use any paint, any craft paint or any latex paint, but I like to use the Fusion mineral because it has a built-in finishing coating and a blocking. So I use a couple coats of it, and I don't put it on really heavy. Like I left the edges kind of exposed, so it looks more the worn look. So it kind of depends on the piece of what I'm painting over, but I like to still make it look worn and old. So you don't have to put it on super thick and then sand it off because I still had some of the wood exposed around the edges. Okay, so let's take this, and we're probably going to use black and some gold. Like I'll do these, I don't know if I'll even do these markings, but I'll do the arrow for sure. And we'll do it in the black and gold. Now this transfer I've used many times, and I feel like it doesn't really need to be fuzzed because it's not like super sticky. If it was so sticky that I couldn't have just peeled that apart, then you know it's sticky. But it's not so sticky that I can't get it back up, or that I'm going to stretch out my transfer. So I just want the let it shine. I want the arrow, this arrow right here, I don't know if you can see it. I want that to be inside my diamond, and then just let it shine. I don't think I'll worry about these, even though they're cute, because it looks like the sun shining, or rays of sunshine. But we're just going to do the let it shine. And the arrow. So, kind of want to get it centered left and right and up and down. So we have it just where I want it. So if you need more information about how you can start chalking, just message me. Go to my website, Couture's website under me, chalkcouture.com/Odessa Rose. Odessa Rose is named after my grandmothers. Their middle names, Carrie Odessa and Mary Rosella. So if you wonder how I came up with Odessa Rose Creates, well, that's how I did that, or why I did that. So I think we're going to go pretty much right in here. And maybe I'll do the shine in the gold, because shine is in a different font than the let it, and shiny, shiny gold. And then maybe I'll just leave the arrow and let it in. I'm trying to decide whether I do it in gold or black. It's going to be next to this black, so I still might do that in the gold also. This in the gold, and the let it in the black. So I'm going to grab a couple squeegees. Where did you purchase the paint? Fusion mineral paint. You have to have a dealer that sells it. A lot of times stores that repurpose furniture sell it. That's the Attic, where I sell my designs in Valley, Nebraska, sells it. And that's where I buy it. But you can go to Fusion Mineral Paint Google it. They have their website, and they have a where you can find it page where you can look up by zip code or city and see where the nearest dealer is to you. If there's no one near to you, try to find the nearest, because the shipping would be less expensive the closer you are. So generally, try that. And if you really can't find anybody, you can always call us at The Attic. It's The Attic in Valley, Nebraska. We also have a Facebook page, and you can contact us through that and request. I like to use the color raw silk. It's not white, it's just slightly off-white, but that's the color I like to use. I also use their black paint, which is called coal black, for my blackboards. And then I have red too, which I bought for Christmas time, and you can use it for the 4th of July too, but mainly for Christmas. I bought it to use to make my big porch boards, the Be Merry porch boards, because it's indoor-outdoor paint, so it's perfect paint to buy, and I just like it. I mean, you can use any paint. I also have paints that I will buy, like at the home centers, the mist tints. I like to buy there. I just usually go in there and see what's going on, because what you can find in there. When I do my porch boards, I paint them first with just an ugly brown mist tint paint that I found, just kind of as an undercoat, and to give it some depth in the coloring, like give it some darkness behind the white. And then I'll paint it in whatever color I'm going to use, the black, white, and I used red at Christmas time. Yeah, so generally, and sometimes I'll just use an outside paint too. Like if I have some outdoor paint, you could definitely use any paint. Depending on, if it's outdoor, you get outdoor paint. If it's indoor, you can just use a latex. I like it that this has a kind of a coating in it, which helps release my transfers off of it. If you use like a flat paint, I think the transfers tend to stick more to a flat paint. But then you have to get into waxing and all that, which that's a whole nother thing to talk about, which I do a lot on my lives. I'll talk about using wax, why I use wax in different situations, whether it's pre-chalking or post-chalking. Okay, now let's get our gold. So this is called Gold Shimmer. It's got some sparkle to it, a little bit of shine to it, glitter. It's not really glitter, it's super, super fine, so it makes it shimmer, which is why they call it shimmer. So these are chalk pastes. They are made of chalk, non-toxic, washes off. It's really not permanent. The only thing that might be permanent is if the dye in it would stain paint, like white paint, if you tried to wash it off. But these I will not be repurposing. I will seal these with finishing wax, because it'll make the surface harder, and it's not something I'm going to wash off and redo like on a chalkboard. I'm not going to. And then get my arrow. Done there. Always take your excess paste that's still on your squeegee, put it back in your jar so you're not wasting it. So that turned out cute. Little Let It Shine. Hi Mom, my mom is watching. Appreciate all that info. I'll be on the search. Oh, you're welcome. A lot of my lives or my videos, you can see them repeated back on YouTube, my YouTube channel, or just find them here on Facebook. But generally when I'm talking about why I use this or why I use that. So Google Fusion paint. Right. Yes, Google Fusion mineral paint. Yep, it's the best. A lot of people paint furniture with it. I painted my son's kitchen cabinets. That's the first time I used it, and that's when I fell in love with it. And then I thought, why am I not using it? Sorry, I'm bent down here on my water, putting my transfer in the water. In case you're wondering what I'm doing. So yeah, I got my grubby clothes on today because I'm gonna be chalking like crazy this month. My craft show is the first Saturday of March. I think is that the 7th? So I'm trying to get as many things done that I already have transfers with and surfaces for. And then, of course, February 3rd is when our new catalog, Couture's new catalog, is coming out with new transfers. And so I'm trying to get done what I want to get done with the transfers I have. And then when the new transfers come in, then I'll be chalking like crazy, getting it all done. So super fun. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got this one, and then on this one I'm going to do the You Got This, but I'm not just going to do You Got This. I'm going to have a pattern underneath it, okay? And we're going to do a pattern from the big one over here in gold, and then all this will be in black on top. So we're going to layer it. And this board, I got it unfinished, and I just painted it. I don't know if I used Fusion mineral paint or if I used latex paint, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of rough. The wood is kind of rough and bumpy, so it's not totally smooth, which means our designs may not come out perfectly printed because the surface is not the smoothest. But I'm going to take these big diamonds right here. I kind of want to put them right down in the middle. And I'm not going to do these, I don't think. I'm just going to try to do the middle. We'll see how it looks. And I kind of want both diamonds in it, so let's get that lined up. Right in there. I'm just thinking. Looking at this side is different than this side, so I might. The top finishes off different than this side, so if I would put I might put a piece of painter's tape to block it off so I don't get any paste where I don't want it. You should come to a craft show in Centerville. I should, Lily. I was going to do one, and then it ended up it was the same date as the one I do out here. So I wasn't able to do both. So that didn't work out. I think it was the fall one. November. It falls on the same weekend that I have the big craft show out here. So it didn't work out. I would love to have someone be a designer in Centerville and have classes for you guys over there that would want to create. I think it'd be super fun. Okay. I know this side's gonna be different than that side, but that's all right. Okay, we got it taped off where I want it, and now I'm just gonna apply the gold shimmer to it. And this time I might use a bigger squeegee. This is actually called the small squeegee, and it's angled. So you put your paste on the angled side, and you're just gonna squeegee it down across. And like I said, these boards are kind of rough, so it won't be a perfect print because of the roughness, but we're gonna try to get it as close as possible. Gonna be kind of rough, which is kind of cool. It just gives it more character. So we're just filling in the silk screen. Where you see the white, that's actually a silk screen. So we're just squeegeeing the paste over the silk screen. Okay. Sometimes I've talked about the first time I ever silk screened back in junior high at my art class. We made our own silk screens, and you got to choose whatever you wanted to silk screen. And mine was Bruce Jenner. No kidding. I think he just was in the Olympics and was a big deal, you know. And it was the face of Bruce Jenner. And so you had to paint on the silk screen with this product that hardened, and so you were painting the negative, so the positive would be the screen, and then that's what would show up. So it was pretty cool, pretty advanced project, I think, for junior high, and it turned out really cool. I wish I still had it. I put it on a shirt, and that was pretty fun. I'll just never forget that. Okay, I'm gonna pull these off. We'll remove our transfer. There, kind of got bubbly down here on the really rough part, but we're gonna let it dry and we're gonna live with it. Make sure you can see it, but it still looks pretty cool. Yep. I kind of wished I would have just put it all the way over to the left, but I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. But right in there, it's just kind of messy. It's kind of bubbly but once it dries, I think we'll be fine. Speaking of drying, we need to apply a little air on it and get it dry faster. Maybe we can talk about it. Sure, Lily. You would enjoy it. Especially if you like to craft and create, or you like to be around ladies and teach, which is not hard to do because Couture is super easy to use. So, fun. Okay, I'm going to use my little heat gun. You can use a hair dryer, and that's just to dry this off faster so we can layer our next transfer on it. So I'm kind of thinking about putting the arrow right here. I have some old arrows. I have feathers. Pretty good. Whoops. Just checking it. All right. I think I got an arrow in it. Just kind of want to see what it would look like. I thought I saw an arrow in here. Or even if I put that along the side. Decisions. I want something. Just kind of looks heavier over here, so I'm thinking go ahead and make it look like it's intentionally heavy on that side. I know that probably doesn't. You're probably thinking, oh, you're overthinking it. But this is me thinking, so that's why I don't always go live when I'm chalking, because I spend a lot of time thinking and debating on what I want the design to look like. These are transfers that are almost from 2 years ago, from little pieces of that I kind of like using or adding. Or an arrow. Maybe the arrow. Back to our gold. But yeah, if you want to do classes, it's fun. I mean, you can just do some basic chalking. I always do with my first customers or students, because you know, you just kind of want to get them used to the idea of how to apply the paste. And every once in a while I'll do a live with just a basic design, so that you get the idea of how easy it is to do. These are a little bit more involved with actually taking our design elements and using them in different ways. So, because I know a lot of my people that watch are already designers, so gotta run, no problem. Hi Tammy. So yeah. Now I gotta apply the heat again. Draw that arrow. Done that in black, but we'll see what it looks like. So yeah, if you want to help me out, if you want to push that arrow button down there to spread this chalking experience with your friends, go ahead and do that. And you know, you might have somebody out there who's just looking for something to do, and this might be right up their alley. So alright, I'm going to set it off a little bit because I might come back and put black on the arrow. So I'm thinking about doing that. So it looks like all in black. Like I said, these boards are really... I probably should have sanded them before I painted them. It made them a little bit smoother, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. yeah, when you become a designer, you buy the startup kit, which is $99, and you're going to get 5 different colors of jars of paste, several transfers, 2 or 3 surfaces to chalk on to get you started, and then you can go from there. Then you're going to be able to get you're going to be able to get our products at 40% off once you become a designer. That's kind of cute. I'm trying to decide whether to do this in black. I might come back and do that in black. You got this. So we got Let It Shine, and you got this. I'm going to dry it. Looks like I need to pay shipping. Yeah, you have to pay shipping. For the kit? Yeah, you pay the shipping. Or in Club Couture, if you want to join the club, your monthly subscription that you get is free shipping. It's $19.99 a month. Initially, when you join the club, you can buy a starter kit that gives you some tools, like you get your squeegees, some board erasers, which are good for cleaning your chalkboards and your transfers. You get a jar of white paste, so that you will pay shipping on that. But that is just to give you some good tools and good surfaces to start working on. But you can just get the subscription, and then if you join now, you have the option to buy this month's transfer also, which is the Valentine one. And then starting in February is when you'll get your monthly subscription for $19.99 with free shipping. So that's the club. If you're talking about the startup kit to become a designer, it's $99 plus shipping and probably sales tax. So maybe. So you can go to my website, chalkcouture.com. Click either Club Couture if you're interested in the club, the monthly subscription, or you can click on Join and add that to your cart, and then you can read all about the designership and how it works. But it's a lot of fun, and you can quit if it's something you're not enjoying or you don't have time for or whatever reason. You can quit either one at any time. And when you join the club, the monthly subscription, you have to subscribe. You have to make a commitment for 3 months, and then you can quit your subscription after that. But to become a designer, you can get your kit, and then you can quit your designership at any time. But I don't know why you would, because it's so fun. But yeah, check it out. Okay, so we got 2 of our cute little signs done for this theme that we're doing, and I want to place these where I don't lose them. After we use our transfers, we wash them in water, allow them to dry, and then we put them back on our papers. And you want the shiny side. There's a flat side and a shiny side. The shiny side goes on the sticky side of your transfer. Our transfers are sticky on the back, and that's what holds them in place. That's why this is sticking to the table right now, because it's like a sticker. Kind of like a Post-it note. It's reusable. Whoop. Better lay this over here too. Okay, number 3. Let's move on to number 3. And then, of course, once you become a designer under me, I will personally help you along and get you in. And we have tons of Facebook groups in our uplines you can get all kinds of ideas on designs or how to do classes if you want to do the classes. All kinds of ideas and help out there with that. So, of course, all you have to do is ask. So this one I'm going to do Explore. This transfer is all came together, and it is called Explore. And there's kind of a collection of transfers that go together in our catalog, and this is the Explore. I don't know what they call it, Explore or Soft or Wander. I don't know, but there's several that coordinate, and I got this one. I've got some more of them coming to do. So I'm going to work with these pieces, and we'll see what we want to put on there. I definitely was thinking about doing this. And now is when we need to add in some white paste, because we won't be doing any black because we have black surface, right? So we're going to be adding in some white paste now. We'll use the white and gold. We're using these three colors, gold, white, and black. So let's add some of this. And you might do this on the top and the bottom. Or I could do just the bottom. Trying to decide. I'm gonna try to center this as the best I can. There we go. This in gold. We'll do the word in white. It would be fun to layer this in there too, or just the arrow, or another pattern. I overlaid that. Maybe I want this on the top. We'll put this down here in gold, this in gold, and this in gold, and we'll do Explore overlaying it. Something like that. Let's try that. Okay, so we need to center this guy. This was another piece I repurposed. This was probably already had a saying on it. I probably got it at Hobby Lobby or somewhere, and I just painted it in black over it and repurpose it. And you can get them at super discount, like 75, 90% off. You can't go wrong. And you just repaint them. Make sure you got all the silkscreen areas filled in. Usually with the shimmer, I go over it a few times because it does have that glitter in it, and you want to make sure it gets down into that silkscreen. I'll pick that up. I don't think I'm going to use that again. I'll lay this one down here, and then we'll put Explore going across it. So let's dry this. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you. You're welcome. What site do I go to? www.chalkcouture.com/Odessa Rose. And then on the top, you'll see the word join. You click on join. If you put that in your shopping cart, then you can go on and read all the details about it. Doesn't mean even if it's in your cart and you change your mind, you can always, you're not obligated to buy it if it's in your shopping cart. So don't worry about that. I just ordered the gold shimmer. I've had this gold shimmer forever, and well, this might be my second jar, but all of our pastes last, they last forever. So. And just make sure I get the W and the S on here. And do that in gold, and I think I'll just do Explore over it. Better make sure my compass is straight. And these are like little pallets, so there's cracks in between the boards. So that's kind of where paste can get sloppy down inside the cracks. So you just make sure you're just pressed down nice and tight. I like to design in groups, like do different themes, whether it's by colors and designs, like especially my holiday ones. I did in 2 different theme colors this year. So that's probably the retailer in me, because I always had different themes and different color themes for the holidays and home decor, obviously. So that turned out super cute. I think I want that in there. Yeah. See that? Isn't that adorable? Cute. Okay. Oh, you mean you can't purchase the Fusion Mineral Paint where I live? I'll have to order it. Yeah, you'll have to order it. I don't know if you can order it directly from their website, or you have to go to a store and buy it from a store. I can't remember how that works. Just gonna dry this. Alright, cool. And now we're gonna do white. So let me just make sure my white paste is ready to go. But yeah, I don't like to be super pushy about joining Couture or anything. I just want to show you how much I love working with it, and I know anybody can chalk. I always say if you can butter toast, you can do Couture. So it's that simple. Even well, she's probably 4 years old, granddaughter, she's gonna be 6 soon, but when I started chalking, she was even doing it with me. So yeah, whether you're 4 or 94, I think you can do it for a project, whether you're doing a class, come to a class, or you know, a one-on-one with somebody. It's fun to teach them. So our paste can get kind of thick. It is chalk, so you just add water to just rehydrate it. Just spritz in some distilled water is best. And then you just kind of want it to be about like that, where it's just kind of starting to drip off. You don't want it super runny, because you don't want it running underneath your silk screen, especially when they're not laying super flat on a surface. So I'm trying to decide whether to angle or go straight up. I'm kind of thinking straight, but maybe we'll go, let's see. Everything's pretty much straight, except for that shine. I would love to do with me down here in little teeny letters, which explore with me would be really cute. I could probably find them in some other transfers, little letters, so I might leave room for that. And we'll see if I can find. I won't look while we're on live here, but I do want to check it out. explore with me would be cute. So I'm going to leave room for that. And we're going to go with white. I was overlaying the compass. So you just squeegee it over, skim it down nice and thin, and scrape off your extra and put it back in your jar. And then do your reveal. There we go, super cute. I think with me would be cute down there if I can find it. If not, I'll just put an arrow or I'll just leave it. It's pretty cute. So that's the third piece. We're getting our little collection going here. And I might use the arrow on my next piece, which is this bigger one. So I need to make some room. I'm getting all my pieces in the water so they start to get soft. Okay, now let's do this one. Put our paste over here. So we got room to set this on here. These are look really cute. They'd be cute hanging together on the wall. Now I want to take this piece again and do another pattern on the top and the bottom. I will probably just lay this in here. And let's just go all the way up to these lines. And then I'll move it and come down and do this piece down here. And then I want to put Adventure Awaits. And I'm going to do awaits in individual letters. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I'll do these in white, and we'll do our lettering in gold this time since we're doing that kind of opposite of how we did this one. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to make sure I get this on straight, which I don't think it is. Stop at this line, I think. No, I'm going to put that on the bottom. Let's do it this way. It's kind of more of a heavier pattern, so let's do that at the bottom. And we'll do this one up here on the top. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do the whole thing. That way I know I got it straight. Okay, let's get a large squeegee. Any more questions? Okay, just getting all the area covered in that I want. extra. Alright, cool. Let's pick that up. This board is on an easel. That's why you hear it clanging all the time. So I got some, stick that on the edges here, right in here, and I'll be able to wipe that off with the wipe, so I'm not too worried about it right now. And even if it did kind of still be whitish there, I could take my black paint and paint over it, because this is a kind of a rougher wood right here. But I'm going to let it dry, and then I will wipe it off with a wet wipe. Okay, now let's do the bottom. Take another section of our big transfer here, and we'll do the bottom. I might get paste on me, but that's why I'm wearing my working clothes. Let's see. Shift this over just a smidgen. Getting it smooth. And I don't think I'll do this border. I think I'm just going to do from these diamonds down, so we don't have a straight edge there. This Southwest motif is pretty popular in home decor right now. So even if your house isn't all Southwest, it doesn't need to be to add in a couple pieces of it, just to bring in something more new and modern to your home decor. You may have some in your house already and you're not even aware of it. Pretty good. There we go. Got some good use out of that transfer. I've used it several times already. That's why it's not overly sticky anymore. Okay, lay that down there. So we got this going. And now we just need the Adventure Begins. I'm going to dry this again. So we're working on our fourth piece. If you're just joining, we're doing a collection here of these pieces. Grab a wipe and just clean up a few areas that got a little sloppy on me. You could take a wet Q-tip, or if it's big enough, just take a wipe and put your finger on it and clean up. This I would have repainted with the coal black fusion mineral paint, which is a good paint for the chalk to pick up, clean up on, so you can just take your wet wipe and clean up any little bits that might have ran through under the silk screen. So looks pretty good. And then we'll do the adventure. No, just adventure awaits. I'll probably work on these sides later. Okay. All right. Now, try that again. And we're just going to use the word adventure. And then I'm going to do awaits underneath with individual letters. Now this is a pretty sticky transfer yet, so I am going to fuzz it. And by fuzzing, that means we're just going to apply a little bit of fuzz on the sticky side so it will lift up easier when we're done with it and not stretch out the silk screen fabric. So I'm just laying it on our fuzzing cloth, which is a terry cloth on this side, then it has microfiber on that side. This is great for absorbing moisture if you're trying to dry a surface or a transfer quick after washing it. Or the terry cloth side for putting a little fuzz on it. Okay. And we're going to do this in gold, and then we'll do awaits. And this font, the handwritten font, I believe it's called. Yeah. So you can see about how big the letters are. So we want to make sure we have room for awaits down here. Just kind of think about your spacing. And trying to see whether to do it more straight. It is at an angle naturally, so do I want to keep it at an angle or do I want to do it straight? I'll go ahead and leave it as an angle just because it'll be easier to line up here. And I'm trying to say where there's a little the. If I want to leave it with the there or just go adventure awaits. How about the adventure awaits? Sounds kind of cute. So I want to make sure I leave room for awaits. Maybe a little higher. And we'll do those in the gold. Like I said, the gold shimmers, the shimmers are a little thicker and you kind of need to go over them several times to make sure that glitter that's in that paste gets down in your silk screen so you have a nice brilliant print when you're done. So it takes me a little bit longer to make sure it's in the silk screen. I'm just going to add some more, and of course I will pick up the extra with my squeegee, put it back in the jar. always pull your transfers straight down or across, not diagonally, so you're not stretching the silk screen material. Okay, so we have the adventure, and now we just need awaits. And we're going to do that in our handwritten font. Let's dry this so we don't mess it up. Super, it's looking really cute. That went with the Explorer. And just making sure I get all my pieces back in the right envelopes. Okay, so that's gonna go with that one. And let's pull out our letters that we need for awaits. I have to use the A twice. Let's see what we got here. Those are all numbers. I don't need those. Okay. You bet, Lily. I had watched my grandson on, oh my gosh, you may have watched that live when I had just Hank here by himself, and he had to go to the bathroom, so we had to quit. And then yesterday there was no school, so I had Hank and Vivian both here. It's been a busy week. A-W, where's my A? A-I. Gotta find the I. And A in there. T. And then we need the S. Gotta find the S. There it is. So once again, I'm going to show you my inspiration in case you didn't see it at the beginning. Right here, these are some artwork I found on a wholesale company that I was looking at for the store, but I don't buy any signs. We have a couple sign makers at the attic, but these kind of inspired the idea of making these pieces, and this is where I got Adventure Awaits. So that's kind of where I got that saying. But the other sayings, I just used the transfers that we had. So I do need to make the word awaits. And when you're mixing fonts, it's kind of good to have a print and then a cursive, or what do you call it? Is it print? So just don't get too crazy. That's why I'm mixing. This is kind of cursive-like, so I want to make sure the awaits is in a nice, simple font. So I like how they mix the fonts. So, and you'll find that Couture does that to like let it shine. They did the mixture of the two, and then this one. So it's kind of fun to do that, to check that out. But okay, so let's go back to Facebook. Okay, so that's where I got the inspiration for these pieces. Plus, I mean, this Southwestern look is super popular right now, so I'm going to get the placement tape out. Hopefully I can find it. And this is a little tape that Couture supplies. It has some measurements on it, but really we're needing it because you see these little half circles? When you are placing your font, you want to chalk those half circles, okay? But I don't want to chalk them on my board, so I'm going to chalk them on tape behind it. But the next lettering you're going to line up and you'll complete the circle. So that way you got your spacing between each letter even across. So we're going to complete these little circles as we go across the word awaits. And we're going to do that, those circles, on our placement tape. If that makes sense, you'll see as we go along here. So I need to probably place my tape about right above these diamonds. So just lay this straight across here. And the next thing we need to figure out is left to right, or what is the middle? Awaits, A-W-A-W-A-I-T-S. So it's 6 letters. So the center is going to be somewhere after the second A. A-I. Of course, the T and the S are more narrow letters than the S. So let's find our middle. This is 11 inches, so 5.5 would be the center. And let's mark that. So we know where the center of our board is from left to right. It's 5.5. So somewhere right in that, where that dot is, where that middle diamond is the middle, which kind of worked out good. That's why I placed them, tried to place them centered across. So I'm going to start in the middle and work our way out. Even though the W is probably our fattest letter, this side is probably going to be wider than that side. So I'm going to fudge it a little bit and put this A a little bit to the right, just to try to see if I get it where I want it. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bottom edge of the letters along the bottom edge of this tape. And I'm not going to put it right, I'm going to move it over a little bit, just because I know this side is going to be thicker than that side. Not by much, but just a little bit. So that would be the circle. And again, we're going to use gold. Honestly, I'm going to put black on my little half circles so I can see it better. Okay. Pick that up. And the A we have to use again, so I want to quickly do the W. You can see my little, I don't know if you can see it, but the little half circles are down there on the tape. Okay? So the next one over, we're going to make that little half circle that's on the left, we're going to complete it with the half circle on the right side of the next letter, the W. So if that makes sense, you'll see as we go here. I kind of want to hurry because I want to get the this other A put on before the paste dries inside the silk screen. So now I'm lining up the bottom, and then I'm going to complete, I can see the black through my transfer, so I'm going to complete that circle. And what that does, it gives me the exact spacing between the two letters. sure I get it through. I picked it up. Oh, I forgot to do the black. Darn it. I gotta line it up again. And I kind of took it off. There we go. Okay. Now back to this A. And I don't want to see that. This is going to be a lot easier when we don't have to reuse a letter. Got to be able to see. Squeegee. And I don't have to do the black on that because I'm not doing another letter. Okay, now we can go to this side, AITS. And we're going to make this circle on this side. And we'll do the black. Dry. It's kind of hard to see my little black circles. Do them first. Okay, and then the S. Oh, there's a, looks like it's the same. Let's try that. And then we're going to line up this one. Oh, it's crooked. Alright, last one. Okay, we got it on there. We can take this off now. You can see the little circles that I had to use to line up. And that's what that's for. I can get this off. There. Adventure awaits. Super cute. This little string, I gotta attach it to the back of this easel. Okay, so that will set, it can set or hang. You get the idea of our collection that we have. But I'll coordinate. Hopefully you can see them. I'll tip them up a little bit. And that one. Super fun. Alright, now I'm going to be rubbing on the Minwax finishing wax paste. I am going to do the dark, special dark tinted one, and that will take the brightness of the white a little bit away, but then the wax is going to seal in and harden. The wax will harden after, and when it dries, and it'll seal it all in and make your surface harder and just protect your artwork. So I will be doing that. I need to clean up a little bit on this piece. Get this, it's got the white inside the frame here. So I'll clean that up, get everything cleaned up, and then I will wax paste it all to harden it. So thanks for talking with me, guys. I know it was kind of a big project doing 4 signs today, but we got them done. I think they're gonna look cute. I will get them displayed and photographed, and you can check them out. So thanks again, and I will talk with you later. Bye.